Hello everyone and welcome back to another video at Law Sisto. In today's video, we will be discussing a very important act which is Consumer Protection Act 2019. Now this act is important not only for the lawyers and law students to understand but for all of us as we all consume goods and services. To address the new set of challenges faced by the consumers in this digital age, the Indian Parliament on 6 August 2019 passed the landmark Consumer Protection Bill, which aims to provide the timely and effective administration and settlement of consumer disputes. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 received the assent of the President of India and was published in the Official Gazette on 9 August 2019. The new act seeks to replace the old act, that is the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Before we get into the key highlights of this act, let's understand what the consumer rights are. Under this act, there are 6 consumer rights. First, the right to be protected against the marketing of goods, products or services which are hazardous to life and property. Second, the right to be informed about the quality, quantity, standard, price, etc. of the goods or services so as to protect the consumers against unfair trade practices. The right to be assured wherever possible access to a variety of goods, products or services at competitive prices. Fourth, the right to be heard. Fifth, the right to seek redressal against unfair trade practices. And the last one is the right to consumer awareness. Let us discuss some of the key highlights of the new act. This act covers e-commerce transactions. The new act has widened the definition of consumer. The definition now includes any person who buys any goods, whether through online or offline transactions, electronic means, teleshopping, direct selling or multi-level marketing. The earlier act did not specifically include e-commerce transactions. Revised pecuniary limits have been fixed under the new act. The new act provides flexibility to file the complaint with the jurisdictional consumer forum located at the place of residence or work of the consumer. This is unlike the current practice of filing the complaints at the place of the purchase of goods or services. The new act also contains enabling the provisions for consumers to file complaints electronically and for hearing or examining parties through video conferencing. This is aimed to provide procedural ease and reduce inconvenience and harassment of the consumer. Chapter 3 of the new Act proposes the establishment of a regulatory authority known as Central Consumer Protection Authority (CCPA) with wide powers of enforcement. The CCPA will have an investigation wing headed by the Director General, which may conduct inquiry or investigation into consumer law violations. The CCPA has been granted wide powers to take suo motu actions, recall products, order reimbursements of the price of goods or services, cancel licenses, and file class action suits if a consumer complaint affects more than one consumer or an individual. The new Act has introduced the concept of product liability and brings within its scope the product manufacturer, product service provider, and product seller for any claim for compensation. A product liability action may be brought by a complainant against a product manufacturer, a product seller, or a product service provider, as the case may be, for the harm caused to him on the account of the defective product. The new Act introduces a specific broad definition of unfair trade practices, which also includes sharing of personal information given by the consumer in confidence, unless the disclosure is made in accordance with the provisions of any other law. The CCPA may impose a penalty of Rs 1 million on a manufacturer or an endorser for false or misleading advertisement. The CCPA may also sentence them to imprisonment for 2 years for the same. In case of any subsequent offence, the fine may extend up to 5 million rupees and imprisonment of 5 years. The CCPA can also prohibit an endorser of a misleading advertisement from endorsing a particular product or service for up to 1 year. For any subsequent offence, the period of prohibition shall extend up to 3 years. The new Act fixes liability on endorsers considering that there have been numerous instances in the recent past where consumers have fallen prey to unfair trade practices under the influence of celebrities acting as brand ambassadors. In such cases, it's become important for the celebrities to take due diligence to verify the veracity of the claims made in the advertisement to refute liability claims. The new Act provides mediation as an alternate dispute resolution mechanism, making the process of dispute adjudication simpler and quicker. It will also reduce the pressure on consumer courts who already have numerous cases pending before them. Mediation is given a statutory status by the way of introduction of Section 74 in the new Act. The opposite party needs to deposit 50% of the amount ordered by the District Commission before filing an appeal before the State Commission. Earlier, the ceiling was of maximum of Rs 25,000, which has now been removed. Section 49 subsection 2 and Section 59 subsection 2 of the new Act gives power to the State Commission and the NCRDC respectively to declare any terms of the contract which is unfair to any consumer to be null and void. A second appeal to NCRDC has been provided under Section 51 subsection 3 if there is any substantial question of law involved in the matter. Section 70 provides administrative control of State Commission over District Commission and that of the NCRDC over the State Commission. Consumer Protection Act 2019 notified with effect from July 20th, 2020. With the new Act all set to become a law, gone are the days where the consumer was asked to be aware. A consumer is now assumed to be treated as a king. Hence, it is important for the consumer-driven businesses to be mindful of the changes in the legal landscapes and have robust policies dealing with consumer redressal in place. Consumer-driven businesses must also strive to take extra precautions against unfair trade practices and unethical business practices. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to Lawsisto.